Alright, Ben here again with another video, and I didn't really want to do this, but oh my god, since the Direct it's been non-stop praise about how good the Direct is, and thinking to myself, did we even watch the same Direct? So, I got the infographic here. We're gonna use our marker and go through and determine whether or not the Direct was, in fact, decent, or if, I'm just taking crazy pills or what. So let's bump our thickness up here, and that ought to do it. Boom. Alright, so we're gonna try to save Nintendo for last. Yeah, so what do we got? We got a farming simulator. No thank you. Again, that's not thick at all. We want the fattest marker we can get. Boom, let's try that. I thought last time I had a massive spray paint thing going on here. Maybe it's my drawing implement. Should we try this? Oh, that's just a highlighter, isn't it? That doesn't help me at all. Alright, well, anyway, this will get the job done. Okay, so Farmagia, boom, done. Among Us, I mean, really, aren't they're just talking about DLC, and that made the Direct for basically it was kind of a smartphone game when it blew up, wasn't it? That was a big axe here. The Dempa Man, I don't even know what this is, and to be honest, I watched the Japanese Direct because I can't even with the US Direct anymore. So, since I don't know what it is, that's getting an X. I'm pretty sure that's not Nintendo, though. And that's the focus of this video, is trying to figure out what the hell Nintendo's doing. Funko Fusion, wow. Again, I mean, I know that's the art style for Funko Pops, but really, you turn that into a game? No thank you. Disney Illusion Island. Was that... I think that was just a DLC update for the game Luke was playing, and it didn't look that good. So I could be wrong, but yeah, you're going there. Fairy Tale 2. Again, it's not a Nintendo product, so we're focusing here. Might as well just cross all those off without even explanations here. Phantom Brave, the Lost Hero. No clue what that was. Boom, 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 boom. Looney Tunes, Wacky World of Sports. Okay. Could be fun, but no thank you. And surely not Nintendo. Darkest Dungeon. Again, I mean, I did watch the I did watch the Direct, but after 10 minutes I sort of checked out. Metal Slug Attack Reloaded. Isn't this more of a tower defense game than an actual Metal Slug game? And I think it started on mobile. Yeah, so just give that the big fat red X, which looks terrible, but doesn't really matter. Tails. Well, Hello Kitty Island Adventure. Sorry, kitty fans. I mean, that just looks like, what was it? Animal Crossing. And I don't like that one, so yeah. Tails, I'm not sure about Tails. But again, I've got so many Tails in the backlog, and it's not Nintendo. Boom, just boom, boom, boom. Mio, I don't know why, but it doesn't look like a new game. Looks like something that's been out for a long time, at least on other systems. No thank you. I mean, it's nice if it's coming to Switch for those people, but no clue here. Boom, boom, boom. Romancing Saga 2. Okay, now I can see where this could be alright. So, why don't we change this up? We're going to give this, yeah, yellow or gold is, if we're using a stoplight, red means stop, green means go, and yellow means slow down or be careful. So I'm gonna give that a triangle. Surprisingly, as will I will give Fantasian, because that looks pretty good despite coming from a smartphone background. I'm actually curious. Again, it's not a Nintendo property, so it's not going to be the focus of this thing, but yeah. Now, Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. What do we do with you? I mean, I pretty much own all of the games on there already, so I don't need it. It's a fighting game, and they got the rollback netcode. I don't play games online, so I mean, really, it's not for me. There are some people that are going to find it very good, unless you're on Xbox. But yeah, for me, I was not impressed by this announcement at all, and again, happy for those who need the games and want to play the games, especially online. But it's a no for me, despite playing them quite often in the arcades. Okay, we're almost here. Just Dance, again, if you're a Just Dance fan, you're going to buy it. If you're not, you probably won't, unless you're just picking up one once in a while to check out. But did that really need to make the direct? I mean, you're starting to see how weak I think this direct was. Because there's tons of X's and 2 triangles so far. Ace Attorney, I think that's just a seemingly very popular right now, but it looks like a visual novel to me. So I'm confused. I might do more research and pick those up in the future, but it's a no from me. Lego Horizon Adventures. I don't even know why this game exists in the first place on PlayStation, let alone coming to Switch. Like, Horizon Zero Dawn, as you know, was my game of the year back in 2017 when the Switch launched. Because it was a better game, played better, and had better story than Breath of the Wild. So honestly, I don't know why. Just why? I mean, if, you know, somebody else is making it, it's not subtracting from the resources needed to make AAA Sony games or Nintendo games, but why do you exist? And we're almost to the top tier. But, yeah, okay. Like we said, try to finish everything else first before Nintendo comes. Stray. I don't know any other way to put it. It looked like shit. I mean, it looked probably like PS2 graphics. With the resolution it was running on Switch. So, yeah, that's definitely an X. I mean, if you're desperate to play it and you don't have a PS5, then have at it. But yeah, no thank you. Man, I will just go straight up here, starting into the Nintendo stuff. So, Switch Sports, we got a basketball update. If you wanted to put basketball in there, why didn't you put that in the main game? Okay, so Nintendo Switch Sports basketball updates. Again, if you were gonna include basketball, why wouldn't you include that in the main game? I mean, unless this Nintendo ecosystem stays on forever and the game Switch Sports stays up forever, they're not gonna re-release Nintendo Switch Sports and all the downloads and updates as a complete version. So this will be lost to the ether. I mean, It'll be fun for the people who have it and want to play it as long as it lasts, but it's definitely not future-proof. And that should have been a Twitter update as opposed to, say, Luigi's Mansion 2 HD here, which, I mean, we knew it was coming out, but why did they release the trailer before the direct, the updated trailer or whatever? I'm crossing it out, and that's probably going to piss a lot of people off, but then again, I'm probably going to piss a lot of people off in this video, because it's a freaking remake of a game that is hardly old enough to really warrant a remake. They just wanted to capitalize on the fact that Luigi's Mansion 1 and 3 were on the Switch, and that's also my biggest beef, because since October, like, the Switch has basically been nothing but a Mario love fest. Mario Wonder came out, and I played the game, and it was fantastic. And then Super Mario RPG came out, okay. And then there was Mario and Donkey Kong, a remake, I think. Peach, Showtime, okay, so that's a Mario property. That's 4. I think, was Luigi's Mansion HD going to be 5? And then we had the Paper Mario Thousand Year Door remake. Okay, so that's 6 Mario games in the span of like 7 or 8 months. And then to top that off, we get, well, they started off with Mario and Luigi Brothership. So that's 3 Mario RPGs in 13 or 14 months now. And that's just ridiculous. There should be, at most, a Mario RPG a year. So, on top of that, I hate the artwork. I want to watch my anime and cartoons. I do not want to play my anime and cartoons. For me, it looks like crap. So I have absolutely zero interest in Mario and Luigi Brothership, the 3rd Mario RPG in 13 to 14 months. Okay. Let's go back down, get this out of the way. Nintendo World Championships NES Edition. Again, another one. Why does this even exist? All of the ROMs, I think, are on Nintendo Switch Online, so you can play all of the classic games the way they're meant to be played. You can do all of the challenges the way you want to do the challenges. So why does this even exist? Who is this for other than fanboys of the Nintendo World Championships and those who want a gold cart if you're buying the US version, or I think it's a controller if you're buying the Famicom version? So, why does that even exist? Okay, so the top. As I said before, how many Mario games do we freaking need? And then we got a 3rd Mario Party, which I would be okay with this one if Super Mario Superstars had been DLC for Super Mario Party like it should have been. But no, Super Mario Party was very bare bones. And then they released Superstars as its own game when it would have been perfect DLC for Mario Party. And now we've got Super Mario Party Jamboree, which actually does it right. They've got 5 boards and 2 remade boards. So, I mean, this is getting an X from me because I'm still pissed off about how they mishandled the previous 2 games. So I was not at all happy when this was announced and with the surplus of Mario games. And yet some people still said it would have been an even better Direct had they announced the next 3D Mario. It's like, it's already so Mario heavy. What is wrong with you? Anyway, Donkey Kong Country Returns HD, and I'm actually surprised to see this because it's spreading around the internet so much. The Donkey Kong Country Returns again again meme because it was re-released apparently on the 3DS, which I didn't know about. And now they're gonna upscale it and release it again on the Switch. Now, I have this on the Wii, and actually it didn't make the cut for 31 Days of Donkey Kong because I just had so much to play. But again, if I already have the game on the shelf, why am I gonna get it again just because it's HD? That makes no sense to me. Like, what are you doing, Nintendo? Seriously. Okay, we've got Dragon Quest 3 and Dragon Quest 1 and 2. I'm probably not going to buy them. But we can give them a triangle. I mean, I do have the 25th anniversary edition of Dragon Quest, which has 1, 2, and 3 for the Famicom, and the already remade versions for the Super Famicom of 1 and 2. So, I mean, while it would be interesting to see the HD, or 2D HD, whatever they call that, like at this time, I'm really not interested at all. And 3, I'm not sure if 3 had the same treatment as the remakes. I kind of think it did, but if it didn't, then that might be worth well, visiting for the first time, because I've only played the first game. So I'm gonna give those a triangle. Now, for my thoughts on, apparently it's The Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, because again, I didn't watch the US Direct, I watched the Japanese Direct. Why don't we take a quick look at this meme. Yeah, so basically they took the worst looking Link and the worst looking art style from that crappy, no, Link's Awakening, thank you, Link's Awakening game, remake, which, you know, didn't buy and didn't play because, hey, it looks like the elf from Rudolph, and I've got nothing against Rudolph, but why do I want to play that in a Zelda game when... You know, when we went Ocarina of Time, we were heading more realistic, and then we got Wind Waker, and it swerved, and I hated that art style. And then they got Twilight Princess. I'm like, yeah, mature Zelda, that's the way we're going. And it doesn't seem that way. We got Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom, and I mean, I don't know. Playing Zelda could be interesting. It looks like an interesting, cute puzzle game, but I absolutely do not want it. And yeah, so those are my thoughts on the Nintendo Direct. You know, we're saving Metroid because it's probably my favorite series on this list. Well, it wouldn't be, except Zelda's turned for the worse since God knows how long. But yeah. So again, we've got X's through everything. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 triangles. So 4 games I might pick up. They're all RPGs that take a hell of a long time. Realistically, we're only looking at maybe 2 games I'm gonna buy. Maybe 3. It doesn't matter. Hey, Nintendo's saving me money. Can't complain about that. And then what people are going so nuts about is Metroid Prime 4 Beyond. And I think it was the commentary on this thing that actually made me want to do this video, because some people are saying it doesn't look like a Switch game. And that's exactly what I thought when I was watching the Direct. But they're saying it looks like it's running on Switch 2. And I thought it looked like it was running on GameCube and Wii. So, yeah. I mean, it showed us absolutely nothing. It didn't tell us anything about the story. It didn't show us anything of gameplay we hadn't seen before. It scanned a guy, it turned into the morph ball, it fired a few shots. There was some random planet that with some random creatures that we had no idea, and yeah, it looked alright. But it didn't look like what I would expect after, I guess, 5 years after they rebooted development from the ground up. So yeah, and they gave us a year. They gave us 2025. They didn't give us a release window. They didn't give us a system window. Is this going to be on the Switch? Is it going to be on the next console? Is it going to be on both? I mean, it's trending towards being on both, and then it might actually boost the sales of Prime 4 astronomically if it's the only thing you can play at launch. But like, yeah, it told us nothing, and people are going apeshit. So I mean, look, it would have been fire had they, and yeah, I've complained a lot about remakes in this thing because there are a hell of a lot of remakes. But if you announce this with a shadow drop of maybe Metroid Prime 2 HD, then that would be fire. But, I mean, it told us absolutely nothing. Obviously, I'm gonna get it. But, as of right now, we're getting green, and it's not getting a full-on circle, because we know nothing. We are Jon Snow, and yeah, I can't even give Metroid Prime 4 Beyond a pass. And the name, Beyond, it's okay, but they couldn't have thought of anything better. I don't know. It's green, but it's a triangle. So, yeah. And obviously, if it's 2025, we have to wait and see, right? So, there you go. This Direct did absolutely nothing for me. The most interesting games are a port of a smartphone game, which is an absolute shocker for me, and Metroid Prime 4, which was a nothing burger for what they actually showed us. So, yeah, those are my thoughts on the Direct. I know a lot of people out there are thinking it was a fantastic Direct and think the opposite, but, yep. I mean, like I said, Nintendo's saving me some money this year, so that's pretty good. But, as the last main year of the console, I think they absolutely did not bring it, and are just saving their best games for the launch of the next console. So, yep, if you stuck on this long, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the Direct more than I did. But until next time, keep dancing.